Why would you want them to get better? You want them to stay a mess, Fernanda. It's much more entertaining.
We brought the end of the world back here with us.
Oh my God, again? My cult is gonna be so pissed. I told him we had until 2019.
In the end of the first season, Vanya, she's finding herself, but now she's completely lost again. How it was to take on the character now, and also with a lot less violin scenes? Was it easier?
I think for her, it's a massive release in regards to repressed anger and trauma and these things. It doesn't benefit the world because she blows up the moon. But for her, I think it creates a lot of lightness. So the beginning of the second season was, sort of a new Vanya in many ways. She's much more comfortable in her body. She can connect with her emotions in a way. I had to do less, violence things, which, obviously the scene with Emmy was like, not. I said no!
Oh man, yeah. I remember we were stood outside the cabin when that was being shot.
She's so funny because I loved it. That was one of my favorite days on set.
Loser! Diego!
Skip, you're right. What the hell did we do now?
Number 5 will be affected somehow by the time travel thing because he seems a little bit unreachable by that.
For him, it's a 2-week span of time. Everyone else has had a little bit more time to adjust, but he's just trying to stop the world from ending. That's like number 1. He's putting all of his little personal issues aside to make sure that we don't end all of existence.
This season, the characters will have the chance to maybe solve some of the daddy issues they have.
It was a monster.
Do you think this family will heal somehow?
The series is only a week long. I mean, probably not, no. Why would you want them to get better? You want them to stay a mess, Fernanda. It's much more entertaining that way.
Yeah, because we want a 3rd season, right?
Exactly.
I'd really like to know how it was to shoot the cult scenes because it's amazing. Robert, if you can tell us.
Every time they didn't bow, I was allowed to hit one of them with a stick, because that's a waste of film, Fernanda. Even though we shoot digital, it's still a waste.
Yeah.
So we were allowed to strike the extras with a bamboo cane whenever they didn't bow or bow low enough. And then one of them was quite elderly, and she not from me hitting her, but just from her bowing, her back went out and she fell over. But it was so good that we kept it in the show. It was so entertaining.
Klaus, it's Ben here.
No, unfortunately, ghosts can't time travel.
Are you kidding me?
You guys took a good look around the 60s, and would you bring anything from that time period to nowadays?
I love the clothes. I was actually quite jealous because obviously ghosts don't change. So I was in the same leather jacket outfit as I was in season 1.
Yeah.
I thought Klaus's clothes were obviously iconic as they always are.
Did you steal anything from the set?
Socks, underpants, a couple of pairs of thermals, because you never know when you're going to need them, Fernanda, especially up in Northern Europe. But the rest of the stuff, it was too expensive or hired for me to nick it, you know what I mean?
For this season, the challenges were twofold. It was, getting the 1960s period to look right, to feel right. And then also, not shying away from the issues of the day that, it was a tumultuous time. Racism, there was homophobia. So we wanted to make it feel grounded in the period, but also not shy away from the issues of the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you shot the season before the protests this year.
Yeah.
And how it was for you to take on so many sensitive matters in this season, because Alison not only finds her voice literally, but she finds a voice, right?
Even though we weren't, shooting this in the wake of George Floyd, police brutality and systemic racism and microaggressions and violence, and discrimination towards, marginalized people and groups. That's not new in our country, and that's not new in the world. And so I think it was a topic that I wanted to approach with care, knowing that it was going to be on millions of TV screens all over the world. It's really important that we did it right. And now the show is coming out, it feels even more relevant.
Who are those guys? They're not here to sell vacuums.
2020 has been like very weird and crazy. Would you bring any events or any facts from this year to a future third season of the show?
The show always has an apocalyptic element to it. I mean, first year was the apocalypse, second season was doomsday. If we have a third season, I'm sure we'll step it up, and but I think part of the problem is our world is too real now, and I think the show is escapism, so I don't want to make it feel too like real life, because I want people to relax when they watch your show and enjoy it and not think about COVID or anything else when they're watching it.
All right, quick rundown. Luther, super strength. Klaus can commune with the dead. Allison can rumor anyone to do anything.
Except she never uses it.
I heard a rumor. You punched yourself in the face.
God damn it!